Okay. Hello everybody, and as you can see, I'm here with my husband Andrew at the shed. Actually, I'm not, it's just we can't get the video to work for me. So, but the important people are here and they're fabulous, and it's Debs and Angela from the Create Escape here in Cumbria. Today is World Gin Day! And we're kicking it off with some cooking with gin. Yum. So tell us, first of all, about the Create Escape.
Well, I'm Angela, and this is where I live, in the farmhouse near Milthorpe, and it's Create Escape HQ. This is the kitchen that we do our cookery demonstrations and our cookery workshops from, where people come and join us for a wonderful day. And we are hoping to reopen on the 10th of July with our cookery and creative workshops. Everything crossed. And over to Debs.
And I'm Debs, I'm the other half. I'm not in the farmhouse. I've been tossed asunder. That doesn't sound right, does it? Anyway, I'm at home in Grasmere, and when everything locked down, we decided to go online and do Zoom workshops. I trogged off with a camera under one arm and a bit of lighting under the other, and I've been working from my bijou little kitchen in Grasmere, and we've been hosting events, kind of 2 centre holidays for people. That's what we've classed it as. They come along, they get to visit Hale and Grasmere, and we've been having fun there, but we're desperate to get back in a room with people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we want. But we're both great foodies. We met a long time ago when Angela was actually my business startup advisor, and we bonded generally over a love of food. That's all we talked about, food. And Angela came up with the idea that she was going to go ahead and open what was a lifelong dream, which was a cookery school. And she pointed at me and said, and I'm going to do that with you. And me, being hugely compliant, or led, just said, yeah, all right then, okay, we'll do that. And Angela went off and got the farmhouse, and there you go, we started.
How wonderful, how wonderful. And so, yeah, the way that you got it together, and as you said, lockdown, of course, has been hell for most of us, all of us. And when you've got this business that's picking up, getting bigger, you see everything happening, and you suddenly have to just stop it. It's pretty heart-wrenching, really, isn't it?
It is, but we managed to do we did some cook-alongs via Zoom, which were great fun, and that actually opened us up to a larger audience worldwide. America, Canada, Norway, Islands, Isle of Man. So we met some fantastic people by doing the Zoom cook-alongs, which have been great fun.
Can I just tell you the weirdest thing? We did a British cream tea one a few weeks ago. 2 lots of people showed up. Hey! 2 lots of people showed up on it. Some people couldn't attend. One lot was from the Channel Islands. It turned out that that lady was from Kendal originally, and her husband knew Angela's partner's family from one side. And the other lady was from America. And within 30 seconds of talking to her, I realised that I had met her husband in the pub in Grasmere on several occasions because he was a regular visitor. He didn't know that's where I was. What is the population of America? Oh, we ended up having a chat like, oh, how are you doing? I was Maureen down the road, and I was this.
Oh,
bizarre, truly bizarre, but brilliant. Just brilliant.
It really is a small world.
It really is, isn't it? Absolutely. Oh, I love that. I think that's brilliant. Okay, well, listen, we are here because you cook and make beautiful things and stuff. And you and I got together on a couple of networking things and said, hey, gin, food, come on, let's put this together. And it's been lovely. It's been lovely chatting to you and also seeing your incredible creations. It is great. I mean, you can get gin in anything. It's
I mean, to be honest, Zoe, there have been harder decisions to make than when you said, do you fancy making some recipes for us and we'll send you some gin? For some reason we didn't hesitate.
It's funny, isn't it? Yes.
They're no longer full, I have to admit.
Oh,
There's some in this one. Those are empty.
are you trying to tell me I need to send you some more?
Oh.
This is my one today.
Oh, lovely. So you've got, Angela, you got Fancy Frolic. So
Yes.
here's one with some in. So Fancy Frolic, for those, this is our summer gin. What we did with this one, it's 3 types of lime. There's a little bit of ginger. There's also a little bit of strawberry and elderflower and a few other bits and pieces. We have a name, we have a story behind every name. And Fancy Frolic is actually named after our border terrier, Gertie. Because we were on the beach with her, Ron Head, just down the road, with those beautiful sand dunes and everything, and a view of the Isle of Man on a clear day. And we were there, and it was pouring with rain, and the wind was howling, and it was November, and it wasn't pleasant. However, little Gertie, as she does, was jumping in the sand dunes, rolling about, frolicking, chasing her ball. And we just looked at her and thought, she just reminded us of summer and just joy, absolute joy, as they do. And we thought, right, we need something for summer. Let's think about it. And that walk pretty much put this gin together. By the time we got home, we'd figured out some of the botanicals we wanted and all of that. And so in her honor, Gertie's Fancy Frolicking is our summer gin. It's got a Great Taste Award, which is very nice. And best way to serve most of our gins, we talk about serving them just straight tonic, nothing fancy. Don't bother with a garnish, but if you want to bother, then a slice of lime or a slice of raw ginger and just a couple of pieces of ice. Very nice on a summer's afternoon in the garden. Makes a very nice long drink as well. So that's our Fancy Frolic. And what did you do with it?
Well, we're going to make a blueberry, mango and gin full, which is very, very easy to make and very quick. So that's our dessert today, but Debs is going to do the starter.
Oh,
Starter or
just
light
a
supper. Light supper, light lunch. Angela would call it a light supper. I'd call it an easy tea because I'm much more northern. I'm just going to switch the phone off, sorry. And for that one, I have used your Cuckold's Revenge. You want to give us the lowdown on that, and then I will cook. That's the one.
This is the first child that tries to overachieve. So constantly needing attention. So what this is Cuckold's Revenge is our original. It's the very first one we created, named after Andrew's character. He's been a professional actor for over 20 years. And he was working with Northern Broadsides on their production of Merry Wives, and he played the cuckolded Master Ford. And so the revenge ended up really being the fact that we were creating this, and he'd come home with his laundry for a couple of days. And I'd say, oh, how's it going? He went, oh, the play's fine. I need to make 3 more bottles for the cast. You know, they're buying some more. Oh, and the stage manager wants, oh, and the costume. And, oh, okay. So we thought we might be onto something. And so we ended up calling it Cuckold's Revenge. Probably the most traditional of our gins. It's got green cardamom, orange and lemon zest, a bit of cinnamon, some coriander, some nutmeg. So lots of layers, some spice, quite earthy as well. And it has a Great Taste Award. It also has the Crafty Award, highly commended. A couple of weeks ago, it was given the Gin Guide winner for contemporary style over 42% ABV. Thank you. And we'll be talking to Paul later from the Gin Guide. And it's also in 101 gins to try before you die. Wow. So tick that one off.
I ticked it. But there is still some left in the bottle.
Oh, well done. Well done. You've had that a while.
People think I have no willpower. Will you have a word with them?
I will. I will.
Thank you.
And what are you going to do with it?
So what we're going to do with it is to make use of those earthy tones, but that citrus and that spice. What we decided to do was kind of demi-pickle some salad to have with some smoked mackerel that we're going to grill as well. So a lovely, fragrant, light, as we say, supper, tea, starter, whatever you want to do with it. It's hugely versatile. So what I'm going to do first, and I'll just move my camera. You tend to get a love. I'll do this now. Hello. I'm going to switch the heat on under a small pan, and we're going to make a really quick kind of pickling liquid. And for that, I am going to measure. Look at this, Angela. I'm measuring.
Measuring. Well, we just throw it in normally.
I don't normally measure. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of that beautiful gin. That was 2 for the pot, 1 for me. I think you know this now. To make it slightly more acidic, I'm going to put in a teaspoon of white wine vinegar. But then we're going to sweeten it up. And if you want to make a quick pickle for onions or vegetables, then we tend to work on equal quantities of the acid to sugar. So I put in 2 tablespoons of caster sugar in there, and I'm just going to dissolve that sugar in the vinegar and gin.
Can I ask, is there a difference? Because you know, when people say use caster sugar or use granulated sugar, is it just a simple matter of it being finer, or does it make a difference of taste or anything?
It's about that fineness. So if you want something to dissolve quicker, if kind of when you're making cakes and you want to incorporate the sugar more easily into the fat, that's when the caster sugar comes in. You could use granulated, absolutely you could. It just dissolves more quickly. And in my little pestle and mortar, what I've got in there are just some black peppercorns and some pink peppercorns that I'm going to lightly crush. Using all the power in my elbow, and then I'm going to put those into the pickling liquid. And we found out an interesting thing, didn't we, Angela, about pink peppercorns? They're not actually peppercorns.
Huh?
They're berries from a bush that is closely related to the cashew family. So it's not actually pepper at all, but it's got that lovely kind of floral hit to it. I've gone a little bit foggy at the moment, you might notice. I'll come back. This is like Sybil Shepherd in Moonlighting, you know, and they did all that soft focus.
Oh, they did, didn't they? Cool, that was a bit over the top, yeah.
I would just like that to happen to me in life generally.
I was thinking bright light always on the face wherever I go. You know, that's kind of the Helen Mirren in the adverts.
Oh, yes. Yes. Just out there and it smooths everything out.
Yeah.
What I do love about Zoom is the little box you can tick that says touch up my appearance.
It's true.
Yes, that works.
I want one of those in life as well. So in the bowl here, well, salad is very simple. We've just got some chopped cooked beetroot. You could grate raw beetroot into this if you have some at hand. I thought I'd use the cooked because most people have easier access to the vacuum packed. And some finely sliced shallot in there. And what I'm going to do is just, now that that's dissolved, just going to pour the hot liquid onto those vegetables and give that a stir. And then they are just going to sit and cool. And if you ever want to just make some quick pickled onions, which are brilliant for perking up any dish, just equal quantities of your gin or your vinegar and sugar, and then pour it over some finely sliced onions, and within 10 minutes you'll have some brilliant perky pickled onions. And then you can keep them in a jar in the fridge for weeks, and you can just add them to sandwiches, salads, whatever you like.
They got last week's in my fridge, I have to say.
No, that's true. I said that like it would happen.
Unless I did a whole big pan full, obviously, then I might have some left.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to leave that to cool, and it just brings out the flavors already. You can get the hit of the gin and the peppercorns, and that you can smell the veg reacting to it. It's brilliant. So I'm going to let that cool, and later on I'll add in some grapefruit to that, which is going to make it even more perky. But I will do the hardest thing for me now, which is shut up.
Yeah.
And let Angela.
I'll get a word in edgeways now, Zoe. Well, we're going to do a really easy little dessert, blueberry and mango and gin full. And as you mentioned, the Fancy Frolic has got lime, ginger, sort of on the Caribbean side of the flavors. So that's
with that ginger.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've got 50 grams of mango, which is very, very smallly diced up in a little bowl. And I'm going to add in a tablespoon of our Fancy Frolic and let those just steep in that gin. And that's going on top of our full. So you get the full impact of the lime and the gin and the mango. It's a nice little topping. That's just going to sit there. And I'm going to pop in a small pan 100 grams of blueberries and 2 tablespoons of icing sugar. I'm going to put those on a medium heat and just let those heat through. I'm going to squash some of the blueberries just to release their juices.
This is the vicious side of you coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, quite therapeutic, actually.
Squash a blueberry any day of the week, wouldn't you?
I mean,
I could crush a grape.
She's not that advanced yet.
Use a potato if you like, and potato masher for this. And we're just going to heat those through and just let the juice of the blueberries come out and mix in with that sugar. That's lovely. You can use a potato masher for this, but as they heat up, they're very, very easy to squash.
If you hear a noise like a 747 taking off, I've put my grill on and it's quite noisy, so apologies if it interferes with your time on camera, Angela. It's another way of kind of attention-seeking behaviour without actually speaking.
Well, you have to be in there, don't you? So how did which is your favourite gin, Zoe? Do you have a favourite? Is that like saying which is your favourite child?
Gertie. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 1 second because Andrew's just trying to get through the door.
Oh! And off she got. I suppose it would be rude not to let him in.
It would, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it, really? So this dessert, isn't it? It's so simple, easy, quick. Knock this up for any kind of impromptu gathering.
Yep.
Our favourite chits, come and say hello. So Angela, we had a few issues with Facebook, so we're doing Zoom.
Hello.
Hello. What
How are you guys? You all right?
We've improvised.
Good.
That's what we've done. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a good job I wasn't here. Anything technical hates me.
That's actually a good point. He was probably sending vibes
Is that what it was?
because truly he back in the day when he decided to do a computer course, they lent him 2 different computers over a period of time and he blew both of them up. So that was the end of that. The guy went, how did you do this? You've wiped the entire memory. I just pressed a button.
Now you can see we've got a lovely jammy syrup. What I'm going to do is I want to thicken that a little bit. So I'm going to add in a teaspoon of cold water to a teaspoon of corn flour. Just give that a little mix. And I'm just going to add that in to the blueberries. And just heat that until it thickens a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this. I've got 125 grams of Greek yogurt, which I'll pop into a bowl.
We do use a lot of Greek yogurt on our workshops, don't we? You think we had shares in the Greek yogurt marketing board?
Have shares for sure.
It's a very versatile. It is very versatile, though, isn't it? I mean, I've noticed when I do the baked yogurt for the afternoon teas. Let's say baked yogurt, and people go, yeah, well, it's Greek yogurt, but it's also condensed milk and double cream, and so they go, yeah. But Greek yogurt seems to have become like a staple ingredient for so many things. I mean, why do you think that it has kind of just got itself out there so much?
Because it is of that versatility.
Yeah.
It's if you don't want to fill your fridge full of different creams, and yogurts, I would always say the one thing you want to have in there is the Greek yogurt, because you can do so much with it. We use it to marinate meats and fishes and vegetables. We use it to make breads with. We use it in puddings, and something like this fool is generally very heavy with cream.
Yeah.
It's very rich. It's not always well, I don't like things heavy with cream. So this, for me, it's lighter, it's brighter, it's easier on the system, and it does have the health benefits that yogurt brings. So it's an all-round winner, I think.
Right.
I'll be asking for another check from that marketing board now.
So this jammy syrup now has thickened really nicely.
That's
And I'm
lovely.
going to pour that onto the Greek yogurt. And I'm going to mix it, but not fully. I want to see the marbling of the yogurt and the blueberries. So I'm just going to give it a real quick mix. And I'm going to spoon that into, they're not gin glasses, Zoe, I'm sorry. Oh, they're martini.
Every glass is potentially a gin glass.
Zoe, is that one?
Perfect.
Yeah, for the long drink.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
50-50 gin tonic.
Yeah. So to pour this, you see that lovely marbling effect. Is that coming out on the screen?
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes.
Up in it. It just looks so pretty.
It does, doesn't it?
You can see that lovely marbling
Oh, that's gorgeous.
effect.
Hmm.
And then very simply, we put our gin soaked mango on the top.
Gorgeous. That does look absolutely delightful. And strangely, very good for you.
Yes.
How many of your 5 a day are in there?
1, 2, lime, ginger, 4. It's quite a lot.
Elderflower.
Biome.
That's it. Oh, that really does look lovely.
And I'm not going to that gin. I'm just going to literally pour the last remaining bits on the top. So that's it. That's our blueberry, mango, and gin fool.
That's beautiful. I mean, and these days, the summer days, and now we're getting all the heat at the moment. That is just so refreshing as well, isn't it? Oh, I love that. Thank you.
And you get that real burst of the gin in that mango. It's just.
And then the creamy, sugary blueberries. Mm.
And next time, can you do it all here rather?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
We have gin will travel. So just to finish off this salad then, what I've got a piece of smoked mackerel, much undervalued.
Love mackerel.
I think. And we're going to put that just under the grill. I'm living life on the edge. I've got it on paper and I'm putting it under the grill. Anything could happen. And it's a wonderful fish. We know about the health benefits. We know about the omega-3. We know that it's packed full of vitamin D. It's great for you. It's got a green tick on the sustainability chart and it's affordable. We need to use it more. We really do. And on our fish and seafood workshop that we do in the farmhouse, certainly what we did last time and hope to again is we've got the most beautiful fresh mackerel and we filleted it. And then we smoked the fillets and made our own smoked mackerel and then made some really easy, delicious smoked mackerel and lemon fish cakes out of it. And they were just sensational, weren't they? We've gone from the fish to the fillets. We had some pan fried as well, but we smoked some and then made the fish cakes. So it was just.
And you show people the whole process and they go through the whole process with them.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, wonderful. So what we've got here now in the bowl is that beetroot and onion, and you can see how the shallot has taken on that beautiful pink colour as well. And we're going to pink it up even more now because I've segmented a pink grapefruit and I'm going to very gently lift out and reduce those segments of pink grapefruit. It's a little bit delicate, so when we incorporate it into the salad, go very gently. And what you will be left with is some I think grapefruit juice. Anything you can think to do with that, Zoe?
Well, I certainly think it might be in a nice fresh addition to, I don't know, a drink or something.
A little gin and grapefruit snifter.
I think so. Yes, that might go rather well.
I think that would go beautifully. So we just incorporate that grapefruit into the veg, and then I'm just going to grab a little bit of spinach on the plate just for some extra goodness and some extra colour. And I'm just going to pile some of that salad with that lovely beetroot. And actually beetroot's a great thing to have with gin-based drink because it's really good for your liver.
Oh,
Beetroot, very good for your liver. That's why I buy it in catering size packs.
as well as your gin.
Yeah.
So we've got that lovely salad. We've got the grapefruit, the beetroot, the shallot, and those lovely peppercorns with the gin. And then we just heated up that smoked mackerel, which just sits on there. And that is an absolutely just delicious.
It's beautiful. And again, packed with flavour, good for you,
So quick and easy.
and so easy.
I'll just have to make sure that's true.
Yeah, careful. What do you think?
That gin works so well
Mm.
with that beetroot and onion and the pepper. It really comes through.
See, now I'm starting to think we might have to start looking into a beetroot and peppercorn gin.
Oh, that would be nice.
That
Interesting.
would appeal very much.
Andrew, get the still on.
Do you find yourself doing that all the time, that things you just go, oh, that and that and that?
We do, and we then, one of us hopefully says, excuse me, we've got 8 gins at the moment. We've still got a lot to do. We go, oh yeah, but so it goes in the book. You go, right, we're going to be doing that at some point. But that, yeah, beetroot.
That would be a lovely colour as well, wouldn't it?
It would be, well, you could, if you did it if you then compounded the beetroot after you distilled, you could then keep that colour. That could be rather, ooh. Right,
There you go.
okay, well, I've got things to do.
That's what's
So-
in the book.
First of all, thank you so much. And again, apologies for all the technical issues on Facebook. I don't know what's going
Facebook, not you.
I don't know, but I'm so glad we were able to do this, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. But one of the things, I mean, we've met really during lockdown, so we haven't actually spent any physical time together. And I've got to say, I can't wait to come and visit and see you all, and us all raise a toast and eat some of this fabulous food that you are creating. I've seen your website, and I've seen that, you know, I've heard from other people what you've been doing, and it just sounds and looks so absolutely delicious. And what a great thing for Cumbria, and using Cumbrian produce and everything else. So well done. I
And
really,
please do understand, Zoe, that at any time we are more than willing to visit your wonderful distillery and enjoy that as well. Can't wait
In
to
a
see it.
taxi.
Can't wait.
in a taxi.
Oh,
Yes, there's a hotel next door.
Perfect. Yeah,
Lovely.
our
So great.
staff Christmas outing, Debs.
Perfect.
Me and you and Zoe too. That'd be great.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, we could make it a double staff, and there'll be 4 of us.
Brilliant.
The joys of self-employment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So again, thank you so much. It's been absolutely delightful, and yeah, we look forward to a lot more collaborations. And also for everybody out there, we're going to be putting these recipes on postcards, and then you're going to be able to get them at some point, and we're going to be adding them to our online orders, and hopefully creating a kind of postcard recipe book of some kind, where you can be collecting all these collaborations we're doing with these fabulous people. So thank you very much, everybody. Do tell us if you like this. Of course you like this. It's gin and food. What's not to like? And we will see you all soon.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye
you.
now.
Bye.
See you.